right, it's another beautiful morning. What's up, you guys? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the tribe, shout out to you. I want to talk about a very important issue. This is most people's problem, and it has to do with priorities and how you organize your priorities. Right? Now, I am Remsen Noir, head coach of Tribe by Noir. I operate on the 3 pillars of training, nutrition, and mindset coaching. So people who have watched my videos before, I get people on a fairly consistent basis who reach out to me and ask for help. They ask me all kinds of different questions. What do I do? Do you have a program I can follow? What should I be eating? All these type of things, right? Because, well, my background is deeply rooted in fitness. So when I tell people, all right, cool, I coach on the 3 pillars of training, nutrition, and mindset coaching. Out of those 3 categories, which ones are you interested in? And right out the gate, 99% of people, they say training and nutrition right out the gate. Now they gave me 2 categories, I named 3. Here's the first mistake. It's very telling, right? Because basically, when you just say training and nutrition and you completely ignore the mindset coaching, that tells me that you really don't hold mindset at a high priority. That takes a back seat to training and nutrition. This puts you behind the 8 ball, right? Because everything you are and everything you do and all the results you have and all the things you're dealing with right now, is a product of your mindset, how you think, what you think, right? A primary example would be this. People tell me, how do I get better at waking up in the morning? And my answer is, and I'm not trying to be funny, open your eyes, put both your feet on the floor, and stand up. And people will laugh a little bit, and they'll be like, no, for real. Well, if I was to give you the real answer to this question, it's going to be a lot more complicated than that. And it's going to be a lot harder to do. The sun ain't really out right now. So this video is probably going to be dark as hell, but I'll edit it and try to lighten it up a little bit. So the real answer to that question is you need a mindset that is going to allow you to get up at the time that you want to get up. The time that you get up is contingent upon your mindset, right? Because you could really want to get up early and then just don't do it. And you go, why can't I get up at the time I want to get up? Well, the reason for that is because what are the thoughts that you go to bed with at night, and when your eyes first open in the morning and your alarm goes off, what's the first thought that comes to mind? Does the opportunity that time provides come up in your mind? When you open your eyes, you say, all right, it's time to get up. It's time to take advantage of this opportunity. It's time to get a head start. Or do you say, oh man, it's still dark outside, it's early, I'm tired. 15 more minutes, 20 more minutes, right? Do you say that? Which one do you say? What do you tell yourself, right? So here's the deal. That's a small example. Now, if your goal is to get in shape, get in phenomenal shape, you want to lose X amount of body fat, you want to gain X amount of muscle, you want your physique to look a particular way, you got to have a mindset that facilitates that, right? If you want people to respond to you and look at you in a certain way, you want people to treat you a certain way, there's a certain mindset that comes to that comes with that, right? I'll give you an example. Look at the world's greatest athletes. Look at the world's most successful people. Look at the people on the magazine covers with the phenomenal physiques and all of this type of stuff who compete and win trophies and all of this, right? What do they all have in common? Believe it or not, they all have the same thing in common. They have the same habits. They have the same mindset that produces those habits, right? Because what you do is all about your habits. The results that you get it's just a compilation of your habits, right? So these are people who they want to get to their absolute 100% best, so they operate at a bare minimum of 100% every day, right? You cannot get to your absolute 100% best if you're going to operate at 70%, 80%. For some of you, it's 40, 50, 60%. Right? If you operate at 50, 60%, you're going to get what you got right now. If you operate at 70%, you'll get a little bit better. You operate at 80%, you'll do pretty good. But if you want to be great, you got to strive for that 100%. That's just how it is, right? You're not going to get to 100% without operating at 100%. That's just saying how it works. You get in your car, you want to drive at 120 miles per hour, you need to step on the gas. And you need to step on the gas for long enough to accelerate to the point that you reach that 120 miles per hour, right? You want to drive at 120 miles per hour, you got to apply enough force to the gas pedal until you get to that 120. And then when you get to that 120, if you want to continue to be at 120, you got to keep your foot on the gas to keep you at that 120. Life works the same way. Goals work the same way. There we go. There's the sun. So, mindset is number one. And here's why. When you first open your eyes in the morning, the first thing that kicks in is your mindset. That's the first factor that affects your day. It's the thoughts that you have. Before you even do anything, the thoughts start first, right? It's not actions and then thoughts. It's thoughts first. Whether it be consciously or subconsciously, the thoughts kick in first. So, there is the matter of what you see, how you think, and what you hear. Now check this out. What you hear influences how you think, and how you think influences what you see, and what you see influences what you do. I'll say that one more time. There is the matter of what you see, what you think, and what you hear. Now, what you hear influences how you think, and how you think influences what you see, and what you see influences what you do. So, if you want to work on your mindset, this is got to be number one, and you have to work on your mindset. So you work on your mindset. That's got to be the first thing you do in your day. It should be the first and last thing you do. So if your mindset, if a very easy way to influence your mindset is what you hear, then the question is, what do you hear first thing in the morning? What do you choose to hear first thing in the morning? Do you wake up and you turn on the news and you hear about, what Trump is doing, what the Republicans are doing, what the Democrats are doing, and who got arrested and what terrorist attack? Do you listen to all of that? Or do you listen to mindset stuff? Stuff that's going to give you the right mindset. So, for me personally, I work on my mindset by listening and hearing the things that are conducive to the type of mindset that I want to have. Here's an example of that.
There are many ways to get the things that we want for ourselves in our lives. But basically, it all begins with how we choose to think.
If you really want to get lasting change, real results that stick around, what do you got to do? If you want lasting change, you've got to give up this idea of trying something. You got to decide you're going to commit to mastery. Most people dabble. they talk about, well, I'd like to change my body, I'd like to make my relationship better, I'd like to have more passion there, but they don't know what to do, and even if they did, they don't have enough detail to be able to follow through.
If we want to achieve another result that we've never achieved before, then we have to become somebody different. We have to upgrade our skills, we have to upgrade our behaviors, we have to master our emotions better.
Self-made millionaires have been studied exhaustively, they've been analyzed, they've been interviewed by the hundreds of thousands and millions, and what we know is exactly who they are and what they do and how they think. And the wonderful thing is this, if you do what other successful people do, you eventually get the same result that they do.
Walt Disney said, if you can dream it, you can do it, which means that you're never given a dream that comes out of your own desire place that isn't something you have the capacity to fulfill. You may have to learn some new skills, you may have to partner up with some people, you may need to learn how to access some new resources along the way, but all of that is possible if you'll simply dream the big dream.
Have a mind that is open to everything and attached to nothing. One of the central principles of my life is that no one knows enough to be a pessimist about anything. And that each and every one of us, when we close our mind to what is possible for us or what is possible for humanity, closes off the genius that resides and lives in each and every one of us.
Decide what you want. You can't get from here to there unless you know where here is and there is. So if you're going to decide what you want, go for what you want, not what you think is possible. Most people hone down their dream because they can't see how they can do it. And I'm saying to you, dream as big as you want. In fact, big dreams are exciting. Big dreams attract big people.
I had a teacher named Jim Rohn. He was a personal development speaker. And I remember I was really frustrated, and I'd been working my guts out 12, 14-hour days. Nothing was working. And I was pissed off and I was frustrated. And he said, Tony, he said, you're so focused on expecting things to happen so fast. And he said, if you really focus instead on building your skills, your gifts will make room for you. Today, people have no patience. We all want it right now. And people don't only not commit to mastery, they think they have all the answers. They try a few things. If it doesn't work, they run to something else. If you want a great jump in the quality of your life, an extraordinary jump in the quality of your life, you got to set yourself up to win. You got to set yourself up with a process that allows you to consistently grow, consistently enjoy your life, and consistently produce the results that you're really after.
Success is very simple. If you have a clear goal, make a plan to achieve it, and then do something, at least one thing each day, that moves you one step closer to your most important goal.
Progress equals happiness. If you're growing in anything, financially, spiritually, emotionally, in your relationship, in your body, you're going to feel better in your life. That's what we're made for. And I think we're meant to grow so we have something to give. You can't give something you really don't have.
Form good habits and make them your masters.
Most people are interested, they're not committed. And the difference is when you're interested, you do what's convenient and what's easy. When you're committed, you do whatever it takes. When you're interested, you do what's easy and what's convenient for you. But when you're committed, I'm going to get that result, you put everything into it until you get the result.
You got to get going. You got to take action. The disciplines is the miracle process. And here's how to get the miracle of your future going as far as disciplines are concerned. Number one, do what you can. Learning is the beginning of wealth. Learning is the beginning of life change. Don't be lazy in learning. Don't be lazy in picking up the ideas. Don't be lazy in learning from your own experience.
How many times have you had a great idea, didn't do anything about it, and then a year later someone did something about it, made a lot of money, got the promotion, etc. So when you have the idea, the inspiration to act, it's time. Act. You don't have to know it perfectly.
I am strength, I am wise, and I am passion!
If you decide you're going to do something, do it. You know, they've done dozens and dozens of studies over the years. They find that there's one major difference between successful people and unsuccessful people. And successful people launch. They start. They get on with it. They just do it. Unsuccessful people get the same ideas and the same information, but they've always got an excuse for not starting.
If you have a big enough reason why you want to achieve something, you'll do whatever it takes. But if your reason isn't big enough, your excuses will be.